No, we're just going to wait until it completely cures. Now that our material is cured, we're going to go back over it with the same 60 grit sandpaper. Please remember to keep your shape. Use the 60 grit to basically take off most of the excess filler. Now by hand he's going to take 80 grit sandpaper to finish the work and to also keep his shape.
Tiene que mirar que le haga desperfectos aquí abajo.
You want to sand until it's smooth. You feel it by hand. You do not want to leave a lip or an edge where the filler once was. It needs to all now be one solid piece. The key of the sanding by hand is also the up and down motion to keep your shape. You do not want to go on straight and essentially make a flat surface. After we've completed the stage of sanding by hand with the 80 grit, we will now use a wet sand, and we're going to use 220 grit sandpaper.
Eso es para eliminar las rayas de la lija seca.
That is eliminate the heavy grit marks. from the 80 grit.
What the wet sand is going to do with the 220 grit is going to eliminate a lot of the porous marks and scratch marks from using the 80 grit.
Muy importante antes de pintar, tienes que estar seguro.
He's now removing any additional wetness from the wet sanding just with a cloth.
Ya, de aquí nos preparamos para pintar.
The next step is just to prepare it to get painted.
We're going to prepare to paint the unit after the repair is complete. We use a MMA base coat, multi-tech product. Also, we will be using an MMA mid-temperature thinner, also an MMA acrylic clear top coat, all multi-tech products. Starts with the base coat. He adds his MMA mid-temperature thinner.
It's 35-35 of the paint and the thinner.
It is an equal ratio between the MMA base coat and the thinner.
Tenemos que ver que la pintura esté muy delgada para que se pueda trabajar.
Right, so you want to make it a little thin so it could be workable.
You do want to make it on the thinner side. It makes it a lot more workable.
Saboteamos también. Ahorita.
What we'll do is
Okay, now that the paint is prepared and mixed with the thinner, we're going to start to paint over the repaired area. Also, please notice that they paint an area about 5 inches out from the actual repair. The reason they do this is to fan it so it all blends, otherwise you will clearly see your patch. Okay, now that the surface area is painted, there's still another step of sanding it. You're going to wet sand with a 1000 grit sandpaper. Very important to use 1000 grit because you do have a painted surface. We will then proceed with the polishing. Alright, so we're going to proceed with the wet sanding. 1000 grit again because of painted surface.
Tiene que lijar despacio.
slowly wet sand.
You want to wet sand it slowly.
Not heavy.
Not heavy, light-handed.
Para evitar daños a la pintura.
Okay, what we're going to use is Aqua Buff 2000. Lightly brush it on. Not a very heavy amount is required. We will proceed with buffing. When using the buffer, you do want to buff it slowly because it has just been painted. He's also buffing out an area larger than the actual surface repair. And now you have a completed repair.